Hi, I'm Melinda Bridenstine. I wanted to share some of my ideas and insights on the lesson material this week, particularly about the marketing of our family life education workshops. Years ago, when I went to a marriage seminar, the presenter said that getting people to go to a marriage seminar is like getting people to sign up for pesticide control service. Nobody wants to use it until they see a bug. So this is our challenge, to get people to understand the importance of going to marriage and family seminars and workshops to help strengthen the family before there are problems. My son works in the pesticide industry. He just barely got a job as a chief operational officer for Point Pesticide Control. As he was meeting with the owners, he noticed that they didn't have any winter pesticide services. And so he was asking them why they didn't do that, and that was a market that they needed to open up and get more contracts in that area. And they said, well, nobody wants to spray in the winter because there's no bugs. And he said, well, there is one word that I can say that will make people want to sign up for winter pesticide service. That word is diapause. Diapause is a state that is like hibernation-like state that insects go into in the winter. And when they're in this state, they're much more vulnerable and easier to kill. And the advantage to that is that when springtime comes, they aren't laying eggs before you see them, and it has a generational impact. I thought this really had an analogy and correlation to our marriage and family life workshops, because we want to make a generational impact and we want to solve the problem before we see that there's problems. So I thought that was a great analogy. I wanted to talk about the 9 P's. I know there were only 8 listed in our class, but I took Business 101 last semester, and as we talked about it, we had an extra P in there, the 9th P, and I want to talk about that and share that idea with you because I thought it was very intriguing. The first idea is product. We want to make sure we have a really quality workshop that people want to come to. And I thought one thing that was really good that the reading brought out was that in our workshop, we need to focus on education, not treatment. And they said that you need to be active listeners and let the participants come to their own solution to their problems, which I thought was excellent, because we can teach the skills and even therapists can work with the individual, but it's the individual who has to implement those skills and has to make the changes in their life. So if we leave the solution with the individuals, that empowers them to make these changes in their lives. So I thought that was a really key idea this week. The second one, positioning. We don't want to make sure that it's not just another meeting that people are going to and not just an assignment that we have to fulfill. Place. One of the things that Sister Openshaw said was that a lot of people are doing it through the church. And so I thought that was a great idea, because we're already having teaching opportunities there, and this would be a great place to get these ideas out, especially because we know our target audience, we know the needs they have, and we know what the concerns are, and we could really do some good in that situation and help them to go out in the community and teach others and strengthen their families. But it would also be good if we could take it out into the community and teach people who don't have these opportunities. The next one is promotion. And I thought of a few things in promoting our workshops. One thing I've noticed in my community, I take a lot of community ed classes. Well, before I was in school, I did. And some of them that catch my attention are the ones that have these catchy titles. Like one of them is called Burn Your House Down. It's an organizing workshop. That one caught my attention. I actually went to it. It was great. Another one is Rejuvenate Your Retirement. That one was on financial and health issues and helping people in retirement to figure those out. Life Reimagined, a motivational workshop. And so I think if you have a catchy title for your workshop that catches people's interest, and then give a little short description of it so they know what you're talking about and see how that will apply to them, I think that would be a great way to market on flyers and Facebook posts and things, just to have that on your marketing plan. Another idea, I thought our ward has a Facebook page, and I thought it would be a good idea to post little short videos with key points from my workshop. I thought this would be good because then I could teach some little tiny concepts, and it would get people interested in coming to the workshop. But even if they didn't come, they would still be learning some of these key concepts. So I thought that might be a great marketing strategy. The next one, Publix. You want to get people excited about the workshop, and they can get other people excited about it until everybody wants to come. Partnership and policy, if you're doing it with the church, that is a great partnership, because you can partner with the Relief Society and do it for enrichment or for a stake women's conference. You could partner with the ward of the stake and do it for a fireside, or for a special workshop that the stake has issues that they would like addressed, and you could teach a workshop on those issues. Policy, you need to make sure you get permission from the people who are in charge, like the stake president, if it's on a stake level, or the bishop, or the Relief Society president, or somebody. You need to get permission from them to have your workshop at the church. And then the purse strings, that would go along with your partnership. Whoever you're partnering with would, so like if you do it through the church, then they're going to obviously pay for the copies for it, and likely whatever materials you might need for your workshop, which is probably not too much. And then the last P that I wanted to share with you is the purple cow. Now this is kind of an intriguing idea. It comes from an article. Let me just read the quote to you, because I can't, it would be better to read it in his words. It comes from an article, In Praise of the Purple Cow by Seth Godin. The essence of the purple cow, the reason it would shine among a crowd of perfectly competent, even undeniably excellent cows, is that it would be remarkable. Sometimes something remarkable is worth talking about, worth paying attention to. Boring stuff quickly becomes invisible. Today, the one sure way to fail is to be boring. Your one chance for success is to be remarkable, and that means you have to be a leader. The leader, you can't be remarkable by following someone else who's remarkable. The leader is the leader precisely because he did something remarkable, and that remarkable thing is now taken. So it's no longer remarkable when you decide to do it. So we need to make our workshops remarkable. They need to be something that is going to be really beneficial to the participants. It's going to stand out from the rest of the things that they're getting. It's not going to be just another meeting. It's going to be something that will be really beneficial, and they can see that it is a remarkable product for them to use, and that it will actually benefit them in their lives. And I wanted to end with this last thought, 2 quotes on motivation for the Family Life Education Workshop. And this is for both us as the teachers being motivated and for the participants. Sister Julie B. Beck said, "Without the family, there is no plan. There is no reason for mortal life." I thought that was powerful. And then President Spencer W. Kimball said, "Many of the social restraints which in the past have helped to reinforce and to shore up the family are dissolving and disappearing. The time will come when only those who believe deeply and actively in the family will be able to preserve their families in the midst of the gathering evil around us. There are those who would define the family in such a non-traditional way that they would define it out of existence." And this was years ago, before the world got so crazy it is now. And so we can see from these 2 quotes that family life education is really needed, and that we need to share these ideas and these skills with everyone that we can, because the family is under attack, and we need to be teaching families and individuals how to strengthen their marriages and their families.